If you think the world is wonky, you are not alone. There is something going on out there, and I keep getting asked by a lot of clients and even one of my assistants and people out in public who I know, who are even my post office person, a lot of times ask me what is going on right now. And although I'm not an astrologer, I do try to keep up with some of the things that are going on. Now, we do not have Mercury going into retrograde till July, so it's one of those things where I'm not really sure what planets are doing what, or if it's just the collective energy of the world right now, because there's a lot of wonky stuff going on. There's a lot of heavy energy. You know, I keep watching all of this swath of weather that's going through the Midwest, and I have a lot of relatives that live in the Midwest, and I keep checking in with a couple of them to say, how are things going? Is everything okay? Are you in that swath? And so far, they're just getting a lot of rain, but not the flooding. So excuse me, the world is very wonky right now, and I'm not sure what to make of it either. But I had a client come in yesterday, and we were talking. She's making sense of some things, but it's really hard in the midst of the human condition, because when we are so bogged down by what is going on around us and within us, a lot of times we forget to step back and ask ourselves, what is this for me? What is the meaning in this? What is this supposed to be awakening me to, or teaching me, or keeping me aware of, or giving me that knock on the head sometimes, that cosmic kick in the pants that we need sometimes to wake us up and keep us alive and aware and living. And you know, on my website, the quote that I have there is basically by Ann Landers, and it's Ann Landers, for those of you who know who she was. But it's a quote that says, the biggest challenge is to keep living while you're alive. And I really believe that a lot of times what we forget to do is make meaning of this thing, because this human condition, as I keep sighing and saying to myself and to others, this human condition is not an easy thing, and we have to figure out how to maneuver through it. And I was having this online conversation with one of my cousins who I never really knew growing up, but we've connected through Facebook. And I was having this online conversation with her last night about all kinds of things that I didn't even know that kind of went on in her upbringing, and some of the challenges that she had, relationships and family stuff and health stuff and all kinds of things. And then I'm having these conversations with clients and co-workers and friends, and I know I've got a friend that's going through some pretty serious stuff right now too. And stepping back to make meaning of it is the most important part of our own experience, because we have to remember that we kind of live in a hologram. We live in this space of consciousness that everything that comes in to our awareness, comfortable or not so comfortable, is there for us to learn. It's there for us to notice and wake up and go, wow, what is that about? And what can I do with that information to help integrate it into myself and learn to live a better life, or learn to treat people differently, or learn to treat myself differently, whatever it might be. We have to remember that this hologram, this human condition thing that goes on around us, is something to be learned by. And excuse me, still ending a summer cold or a spring cold, which was a wake-up call for me. And so it's that whole idea, and there's a plane about to come by, sorry about that if you can hear that. It's that thing about staying awake, staying alive while you're living, learning to use the bits and pieces of the human condition to inform us for what we're supposed to do in order to grow and evolve and move forward with. And I told a story to a client yesterday that 4 years ago, when my mom was, well, actually 5 years ago, when my mom's health was starting to decline, it was so hard. It was so devastating. And I lived 1,700 miles away from where she was, so I couldn't be there all the time. And I remember going through these difficult months, day in, day out, just reeling with emotion and the depths of what was happening. And I remember saying to myself, wait a minute, this is a rough patch. I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know how this is going to feel. I don't know what's going to happen, but this is a rough patch, and I have to stay awake. I have to stay aware. I have to stay alive as I'm living through this so that I can glean what I could. And when that happened, there was a snap of a change. Now, that doesn't mean I didn't still feel how terrible the situation was for so many different reasons. But what it did was it kept me awake and aware of, okay, while I'm moving through this discomfort, I need to look for the things that I'm supposed to be learning. I need to look for not only the things I'm supposed to be learning in a hard way, but the things I'm supposed to be learning about love and about compassion and about being there, being present, and both for myself and for her. And so I just want to encourage you in this whole, whatever this wonky time is that's happening for people, I want to encourage you to stay aware and to stay present, and to stay living while you are alive, so that you can glean and you can make that meaning of the human condition in a way that's going to help serve you to take you forward. Because as I've said in a video in the last couple of weeks, that we have to live today as if we are making our tomorrow. We have to basically make sure that we are staying conscious so that we can move forward and create the tomorrow that we say that we want. But we're not going to do that if we keep getting mired in the human condition. We are going to do it if we keep aware and keep conscious. So that's how the soul works. The soul wants us to stay very conscious. That is how we evolve. When we stay mired in the human condition, we might evolve here and there, but we're not staying conscious of it. So we're not really getting the most bang for the buck. We're not gleaning everything that we could be gleaning in order to move forward. So that's why, again, this human condition is so hard, because it throws challenges at us, and it throws heartache at us, and it throws pain and discomfort and all these different things at us, so that we can stay awake and alive and learn. But we a lot of times want to do this or this, and we need to make sure that we are staying awake and alive as we are living, because this is the challenge of the human condition, is make sure that we are staying conscious enough to glean those bits and pieces of things that we are supposed to learn in order to keep moving forward. So I know I've said this in many different ways in this video, but as we go through this wonky time, it's really important for us to stay aware. So I'd love to hear what's going on for you. I'd love to hear what wonkiness is being thrown your way and how you are dealing with it. So leave a comment here, or you can also go to www.Dr.KatherineT.Kelly.com for more information and sign up for my email list if you'd like to hear more. So hope you have a wonderful day. Hang on with this wonky Wisdom Wednesday, and keep moving forward. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.